Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the August 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get started here. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for August. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we have a summary affirmation card of I am a warrior. Virgo, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this card. It's not a bad card, but I guess let me give you some background on it. So I wish just in general that things in life were easier and we didn't have to fight for things. So that's the part that I don't love about it. The positive part though is it's something that we care enough to fight for, and in this case we've persevered and we've overcome. So that is good. So it's good that it's worth fighting for and that you were able to get it done. But in general, I just wish things were easier. So likely in these last few weeks you did of course get things done, but as I pointed out, it might have been a little bit more challenging than we would have liked it to be, or typically it would have been. So let's take a look and see what we're working with here. So first up we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card, it's overdoing something. So with the Devil card, this is addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession. Again, that kind of act of overdoing something with the Devil. With the Devil card too, again, I feel like these are just things that made it more challenging the last few weeks. Maybe something came up and then it was really hard to not overthink or stress about it, or something along those lines. So again, there's some overdoing here with the Devil card. The next card that we have is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is a card of rivalry, obstacles, challenges. It's bumps in the road. So again, these are the things that made what you were trying to do just a little bit more challenging, Virgo. At the bottom here, we have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, surgery. These could be really low feelings too. Again, these are things that are hard to push through. It's interesting. I feel like, again, you've persevered, you've overcame, but it's like the cards were stacked against you, it seems, Virgo. So you should be really proud of all that you accomplished in these last few weeks, even if it was just getting out of bed, truthfully. Again, like I said, the cards were stacked against you, it seemed. Things were really challenging the last few weeks. Taking a look at our clarifiers though, first up we have the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of action and change. It's about being on a journey. It's, again, you continue to make progress even though all of these things were working against you. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of income. So I do think this thing that we're progressing towards was likely money related as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Cups. I actually love to see the Queen of Cups on top of the 3 of Swords because it's such a deep healing card. It's continuing to take care of yourself. It's nurturing, it's healing, it's overcoming, and it's all of those things. So the 3 of Swords is saying we need to heal. Then you have the Queen of Cups that said we did heal. This is continuing to take care of yourself, continuing to pursue forward. Also, if you look at this card, this cup isn't really a cup, it's more like a trophy. And again, you still got to that prize, you still got done what you needed to get done, even though all these things were making it challenging. So props to you, Virgo. I don't think you had an easy last few weeks, so reflect, be proud of yourself, of all you've overcome. Taking a look at our next column, it's just general messages of what's coming for August. We have the card, I Feel Lost. This is an interesting one too, another one that kind of gets like a initial negative reaction from people, but doesn't need to be. So I always tell people in life, it's not always clear We don't always know where we're going. You just can't. You can't know every next move. However, you can still be making progress even when you feel lost, and that's really important to remember. Also, one thing I like about this card too is this kind of lost energy is very typically short-lived. You see this person is like cracking open the shell, and then they're able to see. They're getting the light, they're getting the guidance they need. So if you're feeling lost, again, don't worry, because you're still making progress here, Virgo. But also I think you're going to get some insight, you're going to get some clarity, you're going to get some guidance that you may need in these next few weeks. Taking a look at our cards, first up we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. Favorite card in the entire deck. We have this beautiful full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, the water is running, there's a house in the background. The Ten of Cups is a card of total love, support, contentment. Again, all things wonderful. So the nice thing about this is even if you are feeling lost, there's this sense of contentment that comes with it. There's almost like this sense of acceptance that even if you're lost, you're still making progress, which is great to see. This is also a card of being supported. So again, if you're feeling lost, I think you have a good support system to help guide you through at this point. Again, guidance is coming with the Lost card. At the bottom, or excuse me, the next card we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of reflection. It's a very nostalgic card, so keep that in mind. You'll be able to reflect back to know where you're going as well. So use past experiences to guide you forward, especially if you are feeling a little bit lost. With the Six of Cups as well, there could be a reunion coming into play. You could be getting reconnected with somebody as well. So keep that in mind as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. So again, the support system is here, and perhaps it's in that form of a reunion. So getting reconnected with somebody. This is a card of expansion though. So again, we're making progress. We're growing still, even if you are feeling lost, which is great to see. This is also a card of travel. So maybe some travel mixed in for some of you as well, which is super exciting. But let's take a look at our clarifiers now. First up, we have the Six of Cups. We talked about the Six of Cups already. Use past experiences to drive you forward. Again, the reunions coming through. We have the happy couple, kids playing there. So it could be family, friend, loved one we're getting reconnected with. Definitely could be reunion. But let that past guide you forward. The next card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, another one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. This is a card of good luck, a card of good fortune. It's a turning point. So again, if you are feeling lost, continue to keep making progress, but this should be a turning point where you get some clarity. You get to step out of this place of being lost. In terms of reunions too, this really could be a turnaround point or course correction for that reunion. So if somebody didn't end on a good note, this is it seems to be a change in the relationship. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can be a card of self-imposed restrictions, so do be aware of that. Again, one of the Three of Wands meanings is teamwork, so make sure you collaborate, communicate, connect as needed. Don't isolate yourself unless you absolutely have to, so don't limit yourself in that manner. Also, if you get like invited to do travel, I would say go for it. Don't limit yourself in that matter either. But the growth and the progress is happening. So keep an open mind, which is, I know, easier said than done. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So a quick money message for us to get started with. Get familiar with the type of wealth you would like to attract. Write a check for yourself for the dollar amount you wish to receive. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. First up, we have the Temperance card. I love the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. It's just one of those things we can all use more balance and harmony. So Temperance is great for that as well. The Temperance card is also a moderation card. So think about spending moderately this month. You know, ask yourself before you buy that new pair of shoes if you really need them or just want them. Can you save that money instead? Or Instead of like buying name brand coffee at the grocery store, can you buy the generic brand? Those type of things. So think about moderation in terms of money. But in terms of work, I feel like there's some balance and harmony coming in that maybe hasn't been there. That could be balance and harmony in your finances too. Maybe things have been really up and down financially. So that's a little bit of calm, even, flat coming for you. The next card that we have is the Seven of Wands. It seems that you're competing with somebody for something. I'm not sure if you're competing for a job, a project, an apartment, but I feel like there's some competition happening here. We're going to clarify that a little bit more, Virgo. At the bottom here, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a card of being a leader, taking a lead on something. So you could be asked to step forward and take a lead on a project of some sort. If you are, it's like we need to have a certain level of like empathy and tolerance with those that we're working with. Like you can't like rule with an iron fist. So you have to be very personable here, very soft here. This is about the give and the take and caring about the person, not the work. So let's clarify, see what other messages I can give you here. First, we have the Five of Cups. You can take a look at this card. Their person is facing away from us. Their head's hanging low. They're dressed in black. This is kind of a card of low feelings. Again, for a lot of you, I feel like there's been some highs and lows and some bumps and some craziness lately. So we might not be feeling the best about career or finances, but paired with the Temperance card, what a wonderful card to restore that balance, that harmony, that moderation that you need. The next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of persistence, first and foremost. So as you go through this competition, whether it be for a job or a house or an apartment or whatever it may be, stay persistent. That's the best advice I can give you there. This is also a card of boundaries too. And you know that saying, people can only compete with you if you compete with them. So think in terms of like setting boundaries. Again, it's only a competition if you let it be. At the bottom here, we have the Temperance again. Woohoo! Love that for you. So again, that balance, that harmony, that moderation coming in. But again, this is like give and take. This is very supple here. This is an iron fist. So as you take the lead on this, there's a very human aspect coming forward. So keep that moderation and softness in mind. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. We have a message that says, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. So starting out, first things first, we have the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change, it's a journey. We talked about that earlier. So I do think there's some change coming in the relationship, but it's like progressive. So if you're in a relationship, it's advancing. You could be advancing into a new relationship, but we're again progressing in terms of love here. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. There's some sort of clarity, or furthermore here, Virgo, there's some sort of idea of what we want the relationship to be or what we want the future to be, and that's that progress that we're seeing with the Chariot. So again, there's this clarity, this idea of what the next steps are, and then it's us actioning on them. At the bottom here, we have the Hangman. The Hangman's kind of a stagnant card. It's quite literally hanging there by the foot. So I'm not sure what's prompting this action per se. So, you know, we were kind of stagnant, but we have a new idea, new clarity on what we want this to be, and the action is coming. So not sure why it was stagnant before, but it's like this wasn't moving before. The Hangman is also a wisdom card. So again, the clarity, the wisdom, and now the progress because of it. Let's take a look at our love clarifiers though. First and foremost, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical, and wise. I know it sounds weird sometimes to have a plan in terms of love, but this will fit for whatever it is exactly you're trying to accomplish. But we need to have a plan here, a solid, practical, wise plan. The King of Pentacles is also a really good investment card. So I think this relationship is worth investing in. These next steps are worth investing in, which is really cool to see as well. Moving on to our next card, we have the Tower card. The Tower card can be a card of unwanted change. It can be like upheaval. It's things didn't go as planned. I always tell people you plan for A, B, C, and D, E, F ends up happening. So just know that you have this idea, you have this clarity of where we want to go. You are going to make the progress with the Chariot, but just know it may not go exactly as planned. And with the King of Pentacles, it does seem like you have a plan. So be aware of that. The nice thing with the Tower card, though, is a course correction card. It always takes you exactly where you need to be. So good end result. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has a literal meaning, Virgo, of wishes coming true. So again, whatever this thing is that you want, and I want to say all of a sudden this thing that you want, it will come true for you. So I like that. So whatever this progress is, this change, this thing that we want in terms of love, wish is coming true there at the bottom. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self, our spirit guides. We have the card, I am Crown of Creation. This is a month to create for yourself, Virgo. So whatever these things are that you want to make progress on, whatever it is you want to create, this is a really good month for creation, manifestation, prayers, hopes, dreams, you name it. But let's take a look at our first card here. We have the Page of Wands. This is action. This is taking action. This is new project, creative idea. Again, this is the thing that you want, and this is you taking action to go after it. Now is the ideal time to create. You do have these side-by-side tower cards. We just talked about this. So again, you plan for A, B, C, D, E, F happens. However, you get a good end result here. So the moral of the story is you're going to start taking action, and it may go awry from what you planned. But again, there's no doubt that now is the time to take action. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting. Again, we've been waiting to this point where we could take action. Now is the time, for sure. Now is the time to create, oh yeah, whatever we want this to be. So on top of our Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands. I always tell people this is like the Energizer Bunny, the go, go, go. Now is the time to go, go, go. With the Knight of Wands. This is very creative, very free-spirited. This screams freedom to me, but again, it's like Energizer Bunny vibes. So take action now. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very patient, very reliable, very hardworking. Again, for whatever reason, we've been waiting for this moment, but now is the moment. One thing I love about the Knight of Pentacles, this is about putting in the hard work, but then reaping the benefits of the hard work. So this will play out really nicely for you as well. Again, you're putting in the effort, you will reap the benefits. So now is the time for action. At the bottom here, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. I feel like you know it needs to be done. I don't know that it's like anything super wild or super out of the norm. This is also a card of expectations, though, and I think this will exceed your expectations. Again, not sure why we were waiting, but now is go time there for you. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, we can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the 7 of Spades, the number 25 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2, we have the Ace of Spades, the number 37 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the 3 of Hearts. This is number 1 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, no, yes there for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of August. Your crystal this month is aquamarine, which is good for ease. It's good for your clairs. Gives your life new drive, keeps you buoyant, ease, depth. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. Thank you again, Virgo, and I hope you have a wonderful August.